Hi, this is All in All TV, the nature and perception of time. The video begins with a soothing invitation to the viewer, asking them to settle in and reflect on the familiar yet puzzling concept of time. Time is something all humans live by. We set alarms with it, chase it in daily life, lose track of it during distraction, and often long for more of it. Despite its central role in our existence, very few pause to ask, what is time really? Is time a universal truth, a ticking, cosmic metronome that governs the stars and galaxies? Or is it a mental construct, something our brains created to impose order on the chaos of experience? These are the questions the video poses, and it explores them by drawing from various the invention and measurement of time. The discussion touches on how time as we know it measured in hours, minutes, and seconds is a human invention, a way to structure and understand the world. Clocks, which appear to objectively measure time, are not windows into some deeper truth. They are tools that mimic our mental model of time. Long before the invention of clocks and calendars, early humans experienced time through nature, the rising and setting of the sun, the phases of the moon, and the changing of seasons. Their time was fluid, poetic, and intuitive, not bound by precision or measured in milliseconds. As civilizations advanced, timekeeping became more exact. The Babylonians introduced the basic D system, laying the foundation for how we divide hours and minutes today. Later, mechanical and pendulum clocks brought even more accuracy. And finally, atomic clocks capable of remaining accurate within a second over millions of years became the modern gold standard. These clocks now regulate not just personal timekeeping, but global systems like GPS, the stock market, and the power grid. Yet, despite their precision, they still don't answer the fundamental question. What is time? Cultural and conceptual variations of time. The video then contrasts the modern, Western idea of linear time, structured and relentless, with other cultural perspectives. In many indigenous and traditional societies, time is not something to race against, but something to move with. It's cyclical, like the seasons, and events are not scheduled by the hour, but by natural occurrences such as the position of the sun or the milking of goats. In such contexts, time is seen more as a companion than a tyrant. This leads to the idea that time, though often thought to be objective and universal, is in fact deeply subjective and cultural. People across the globe might be living according to different watches, not based on quartz or atomic pulses, but on perspective, memory, emotion, and environment. Biological clocks and the body's perception of time. Time is not just external, it exists within us. Our bodies are remarkably accurate timekeepers. A tiny structure in the brain, the suprachiasma, it receives light signals from the eyes and regulates the body's internal processes, temperature, hormone levels, sleep cycles, and more. These biological cycles, known as circadian rhythms, function without conscious control, guiding us through the day and night. Even individual cells in our bodies have their own timing mechanisms, regulated by clock genes. When these internal clocks become misaligned with the external world, as happens with jet lag or daylight saving time, it can throw our entire system into disarray. Psychological time, memory, emotion, and age. The most fascinating part of the video is the exploration of subjective time, or how time is felt rather than measured. Our perception of time is heavily influenced by age, novelty, emotion, and attention. Children, encountering new experiences constantly, form many rich memories, which make time feel slow and full. Adults, caught in routine, form fewer new memories, making time feel like it's speeding up. Attention plays a huge role. When bored or anxious, we become hyper-aware of each passing second, making time crawl. In contrast, when we're fully absorbed in an activity, time seems to disappear. Emotion also colors our experience of time. Anxiety can speed up our internal clock, making minutes feel like hours. Depression, on the other hand, can make time seem sluggish and heavy. In essence, our experience of time is not like a ticking stopwatch, but more like a watercolor, painting fluid, emotional, and subjective. Time and memory. An intertwined relationship. The relationship between memory and time is profound. Without memory, we lose the sense of before and after. This is why time often behaves strangely in dreams, where memory systems are disrupted, and we experience events without clear beginnings or ends. The video suggests that time is constructed by memory, that our sense of passing time emerges, not from clocks, but from the sequence and richness of memories we accumulate. When we look back on a week full of new experiences, it feels long. A repetitive week, in contrast, feels like it passed in a blur. Closing thoughts. Your time and its closing reflections. The video offers a poetic interpretation. Your time, not just a subject moving through time, but a being composed of biological rhythms, emotional tides, and memory currents. As you lie in bed, your body begins the process of sleep, not because the clock says so, but because your internal world is telling you it's time. Dreams, to become a metaphor drifting between reality and imagination, past and future. The video concludes that perhaps time isn't something we chase or conquer, but something we already live, feel, and embody.